Oh boy, things have come to a screeching halt here on Dokkan. It is very bad how things are right now. Today we're going to be talking about some announcements that were made to events that, while they may seem insignificant, I think actually lead to a very big, not a very big thing, but some pretty cool things. Number one, I think Chain Battle for sure is coming back in the form of this new Millennium Arena thing. And then also, we now have a rough idea for when Global Dokkan Celebration is going to be starting. So let's start with that. The Global Dokkan Celebration, which is the anniversary caliber celebration that happens in the middle of the year now, effectively replacing, I believe, Worldwide Download Celebration. This is the celebration that we are all waiting for, and this is why no one is effectively doing anything, because there's nothing to do. This is going to be starting in early July, courtesy of the news that was revealed yesterday. Please note that the missions of the following events will be updated in early July. In Search of Greater Power, God Intensive Training, Master Its Special Technique of Hope. Please note that after the update, you will not be able to complete the current missions and claim the corresponding mission rewards. So the two events that we are talking about here are the Whis event and the Link Skill Orb event. So these two events are getting mission updates. They are not getting event overhauls, which kind of bums me out. I was hoping that they would maybe overhaul the event more, but you know what? Maybe they are going to make some changes. Regardless, this is happening in early July. When a major flagship celebration, like an anniversary, gets events missions updated, that's basically implying that the celebration starts around that time. So this actually pushes back our early theories of when Global Dokkan Celebration was going to be starting. So let me actually switch over here. This actually, and this is bad news for us right now because time has come to a complete standstill here on Dokkan. But with part 1 and part 2 being in the month of June, the end of June was heavily implied to be the start of the Global Dokkan Celebration. But now it's looking like the countdown portion will be starting at the end of the month. And then early July is when things would actually kick off. So how does this work in terms of the timeline? Well, right now we are currently in part 1, which started for me in my time zone effectively May 30th. Okay. So the golden rule is that May, like any Dokkan festival, any summon release is 2 weeks. So if I go back, I'm looking at my calendar here. May 30th is when we started. 1 week in is June 6th. So we just crossed the 1 week mark since Tau release, which I gotta say feels horrible. It feels absolutely horrible because it feels like it's been 5 years, but it's only been 1 week since this guy released. So that means 1 more week from now, that implies June 13th would be theoretically around the point where the part 2 summons would start. And again, nobody's going to really be summoning because they're trying to save it for the Global Dokkan Celebration. So from the 13th, so we should actually move this back. From the 13th, this is going to go on for 2 weeks. So this would go for 14 days until the 27th, which again falls in line with our early theories, because then June 28th would have been Global Dokkan Celebration. But don't forget, for anniversary caliber celebrations, we get a countdown. So what I think is going to happen is after these 2 weeks are up, there's going to be a countdown celebration that goes for 1 week. So that would go from the 27th until July 4th. And then after July 4th, that's when we jump into the Global Dokkan Celebration. So that's what this means. They are going to be updating this in early July. July 4th is pretty early in the month. So what I'm trying to say is that is when we're starting. So until then, I know a lot of people have stopped playing the game. I would urge that you at least do the daily missions. Even forget about emptying your stamina, because I get it, it's boring. Do the daily missions, get those tickets from the Whis event, and stockpile on those tickets. Now let's talk about the specifics of this event. So let me switch back into the game here. This mission overhaul means that you are not going to be able to obtain the remaining tickets that are available in these missions. You can get one, let's see, 1 2 3 4 5 6 30 40. You can get 40 tickets, I believe, from this. I don't know what, oh, you can get Dragon Stones too, that's what it is. Yeah, so you can get 40 tickets and then some from this event by completing the event 30 times. Now at this point, most veteran Dokkanners have probably done this. Newer players probably have not. This event on its own is trash, and the original purpose of this event was to serve as the successor to Chain Battle, minus the Chain Battle part. The thing about Chain Battle is that it was a necessary evil. People may not have liked the event, but they did enjoy the results in terms of what you got out of it. And some could make the case that if you weren't good enough at Chain Battle, or you weren't whale enough at Chain Battle, you couldn't get a lot of these rewards. But still, there was a healthy dose of equips dropping from the event. The chain battle event gave you access to some pretty good equips, and we have not found a suitable successor since. This right here, level 7 stat equips used to be dropping very regularly during chain battles heyday. Nowadays, I am basically running on just fumes of whatever traces of chain battle I have. My biggest stat buffer for general equips is now level 6 or lower. This level 7 is a thing of the past, unless of course it is a specific category link skill orb, which I mean not link skill orb, equip, which I don't know, maybe they're trying to push in that direction, I don't know. But that not being here anymore meant that your sole reliance on equips would be from the drop rates on the Whis event. Whis event drop rate is trash. This event is just absolute trash. Unnecessarily burning 30 stamina for a level 1 additional 99% of the time. I believe Truth now does this because he's link leveled everybody in the game. He now does this and he doesn't get anything from it. He does this millions of times and he barely gets anything from it. This is not an event that you would want to be doing over and over and over. So what I would recommend is that over the course of the next like 2 to 3 weeks, you should try to burn up whatever stamina you can to get 30 runs done just to get these tickets. Normally, you get 1 ticket per day with the mission that they offer you in the daily missions. These are good because they can be used to summon on the secret treasure chest on the far right here. This was what the chain battle event used to give us. We used to get these little Tide Pod items. You could use those to exchange for equips. Now they've split it up to where there's category specific ones that are a third as cheap as the no equip restrictions. Never go for this one. This one is an absolute scam because you are paying triple the amount for things that will apply to everybody, where you're probably only going to want to use these during celebrations when characters release that you truly care about, that you want to be focusing on their categories. So I would not spend on this one at all. I would only spend on this. But for right now, I wouldn't spend it, period. I would just stockpile as much as you can. So do those missions, get those taken care of. As far as the other event is concerned, this one never really was that good. It is a nice way to get some free link skill orbs, but really what most people care about are the rainbow ones. That sends the level 9s to the level 10s, level 8 to 9. Everything before that, medium and blue skill orb, I mean, people don't really care about too much, but still, you have time to get these done because these are only going to be done once a week. And you only have 3 missions to clear this 3 times. That's 21 days. And we are not going to be jumping into the Global Dokkan celebration in 21 days from right now. I'm recording this on June 7th. So that would be June 28th when the countdown portion would effectively begin. So if you can get this done, great. I would advise that you do. And if you're going to be logging in every day to at least do the bare minimum, you will eventually come across this and do it. But it's not that big a deal. But because of all of these different things, the fact that they're overhauling this mission, I think truly means that Millennium Arena is definitely poised to become the new chain battle event, because there's no other reason why they would do this. The mission drops for the Whis event giving us more equips potentially, and then this, you know, casual versus for glory mode very clearly indicates to me that chain battle 2 is coming up. And I've seen a lot of people get very upset by the notion of like the top 30 in the world getting rewards. I don't mind this. I mean, this is speaking as someone who missed out on the top 10 rewards in the world tournament all the time. So it's not like I'm getting all the rewards all the time for all these things. Events like games should have a competitive scene. What I don't think they should do is make the rewards for those competitive things be so much better than everything else that it just makes it feel really disgusting that you never can get those things. So, you know, if they get a title or, you know, some stupid little commemorative item, fine, so be it. But if they get like 100 dragon stones versus our 5 dragon stones, like the top 30 get 300 dragon stones for doing this, whereas, you know, we all get like 10. That sucks. That's messed up. So let's wait and see what the rewards are like. They have an opportunity to do the funniest thing ever and make us even more mad, or they could do the right thing and come up with more reasonable rewards. But having something like this, I think, is not a bad thing. Having an event in your game that is a breeding ground for competitive players, that's totally fine. You just got to find the right balance. So before we judge, let's see what this event looks like. This will probably, we might get more information in the update that's coming up, because we do have an update coming up in the next couple of days. Please, Dokkan, give us something interesting. It is just, it's dead, dude. It is completely dead. Make this interesting. Give us some stuff in here. I don't know, like with there being effectively now 4 weeks until the Global Dokkan celebration, That means that with 2 weeks being dedicated to part 2, there's a whole other 2 weeks that is just not going to have any summons. So I'm wondering, is there going to be some extra summons, maybe like a cash grab banner or something that happens in the meantime? But anyway, rant over. Just do the bare minimum. Also, let me just quickly point out what Rick was talking about, if there's anything that I missed. There it is, as expected. There's also the first direct bit of evidence that the Global Dokkan celebration starts on June 7th, yada yada yada. If they reset the missions for the Whis event and the Link skill event for Global Dokkan celebration like they did last year. Oh, they did this last year for, yeah, okay. We could find out the start date for Global Dokkan celebration soon. This was posted exactly a month before the anniversary, and the PST will say late June or early July. This might be one of the new things coming during the 5.28. Yeah, so we should be getting more information soon. Maybe they're holding out because they want to make whatever their part 2 LR is a little bit more enticing. Maybe after they, show us what the part 2 LR is, they'll talk about Global Dokkan, but we'll see. Time will tell. In the meantime, enjoy your lives. Don't play this game much. I know a lot of people aren't doing that, but at the very least, do the daily missions and get those Whis missions taken care of. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like down below. Leave the comment your thoughts on the possibility of the Global Dokkan celebration starting July 4th weekend as opposed to June 28th weekend. Do you think that there's going to be another banner coming in? Have you already done all of these missions? Do you care about Link skill orbs or the unique equips or anything like that? Unique equips. I've been playing a lot of Legends. Do you care about these updates that are coming to the equipment system? Let me know your thoughts overall in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content in the future and click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know you want to see more of myself do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned and remember to Dokkan responsibly.